Hey guys, I'm Greg Jones from Motorcycle and Powersports News. We are here at the Piston Power Autorama in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm joined by Ken McGill, and this is his custom tribute bike, and it's going to be our ride of the week.
Hello everyone, I'm Ken McGill from Massillon, Ohio, and I'm very proud of this bike I built. It's to honor 11 of my high school alma mater that were killed in action. And,
Yeah, so Ken, you were telling us a little bit earlier, before we started rolling, that you built this off of a 68 Harley engine, but outside of that,
Yes.
Everything else is custom, and obviously it's for the great cause of remembering 11 of your high school alma mater.
Yes, the motor is a Harley. It's a 1968 Ironhead. Beyond that, everything has been custom made.
Yeah.
I mean, from the frame, everything. Of course, the wheels, haven't been custom made, but everything.
Sure.
Everything.
Yeah. So Ken, we'd love for you to just kind of walk us through. I think the first thing people might notice is the paint on this is Alumalor, which is pretty unique and gives the paint some unique abilities that most bikes don't get to show off. You want to talk a little bit about
Yes,
that?
absolutely. The paint, a good friend of mine by the name of Pete Gonzalez, him and Andy Zinko out of the city of Medina, they actually helped develop this Lumilar paint a few years back. And in fact, I got to meet them before they ever had a patent on the paint. And through the years, we've become really good friends. And about 3 years ago, I mentioned something to Pete about it would be kind of nice if he could make some motion graphics. So he thought about it for a while, and now as you can see, the wings are moving and the names light up differently on the fender. And on the front fender, the mascot for the high school is actually a Panther. And when you light it up, it starts to walk and it's preying. It's looking for its prey. And when it catches it, it takes off running. It's really kind of neat. But,
yeah, so you got the custom paint on 3 aspects of the bike, which is awesome. But obviously, you got some cool other custom touches too, like the legitimate marine sword here as your shifter. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, that's an actual marine sword. And the reason that I wanted a marine sword is because 6 of these fallen brothers on the rear fender were Marines.
Okay.
And I just thought it was real fitting to find a marine sword. And then when I found that, I thought, well, what am I going to do with it? So I decided to make it a shifter. This is actually how I shift the bike.
Yeah, that's very cool. Now, Ken, can you walk us through a couple of the other custom touches of the bike? You mentioned some of the coverings here on the fork are custom
Right,
as
yeah,
well?
correct. A very good friend of mine, some company, down in Canton, Ohio, they're called Kramer Sheet Metal. They actually made these tubes here. And these tubes actually I wanted so they could cover all of the wiring and the front brake lines and everything.
Yeah.
If you notice, you don't see anything there.
Yeah.
And then up here, they made me another cover because I wanted to hide all the wiring and I needed a housing for the speedometer. So they actually developed all this, and this all comes apart.
Yeah.
So it's a work in process. I've been so fortunate. It seems like everyone from Pete Gonzalez to the sheet metal people, they're all master craftsmen. And they're just second to none. I mean, it's just...
That's great. It definitely, it's awesome that, you did these custom touches on a bike like this that means so much, to so many people. And, you yourself are a Vietnam veteran.
Yes.
Do you want to mention the high school?
Well, it's the high school that I graduated from in 1966. Say I'm a Vietnam veteran. Is Perry High School. It's down in Stark County in Massillon, Ohio. And they built a beautiful memorial in front of the high school for these 11 brave young men. And the top half of the memorial is actually on the tank here. That's the soldier that's lighting up. And back here on the rear fender, I have all of their names that light up. And this is the way that they were KIA'd in action. And these are all from my high school alma mater.
Very good. Yeah, and again, you got the custom Lumalore paint there that goes in order of the names as well.
Yes.
It's very cool.
Yes, these are listed exactly as the way they were killed in action.
Okay. Now you mentioned you got the '68 Harley Ironhead here.
Yes.
Now, did you keep that mostly stock, or did you do anything to customize that or just spruce it up? Being an old engine.
Well, internally, I didn't do anything because I'm 73 years old, so I have to kickstart this thing.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
You start getting
old school, yeah.
Bigger pistons, bigger cams, everything.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. But something that unfortunately you can't see from over there, inside this housing, is actually a belt drive.
Okay.
You don't see those on early Harleys. So.
Right.
But everything is just. It just came together.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful bike. And
Ken, you mentioned that, so it kind of came together, but it took you a while. It took 5 years and 20,000 hours, you were telling us.
Yes.
And, it definitely shows off. It's awesome that you dedicated that much time to doing the bike right.
Well, it actually took me about 2 or 3 years to be able to even build it mentally, because it meant so much to me.
Absolutely.
That I just, and even when I was building it, I'd have times when I'd start crying.
Yeah, sure.
Because it means that much to me.
Absolutely.
I never want to let their names ever be forgotten as long as I'm alive.
Yeah. Well, and you're doing your part today, here at the Piston Power Autorama and showing off the bike, and certainly caught our attention, and this will definitely stick with us, so we appreciate it. Great job on the build. Thanks so much
thank you.
For your time.
I thank you for filming the bike. I appreciate that. It's going to get a lot more recognition for my 11 brothers that gave it their all. And thank you, and I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you check out tributebike.com and what Ken McGill has done here with this awesome custom bike. And of course, make sure to check out Motorcycle and Powersports News for more motorcycle and powersport content. And we appreciate you watching. We'll see you guys next time.